Women in Baseball Week, in partnership with the International Women's Baseball Center, presents Meet Our Community.
Hi, my name is Kat Williams. I'm a professor of history at Marshall University, but I spend probably as much, if not more, of my time working as the president of the International Women's Baseball Center. It is a labor of love for sure. I am originally from Louisville, Kentucky. I still consider that home, even though I've lived in Huntington, West Virginia since 2000.
Why women's baseball?
Well, I was one of the founding members of the IWBC, and the why of the IWBC is the same as why women's baseball, because they're both important. Women and girls have played and umpired and coached and been part of the game from the very beginning of the game. And we believed back in 2014, many of us got together and decided that, the time has come for us to have a place of our own, a place where we have a museum and an educational center and an activity center and a physical place where the long story of girls and women in baseball is celebrated. And by the way, internationally. And so that's the why of IWBC. And I guess, like I said, the why of women's baseball is very much tied to that because I was one of those people who, long before Title IX, loved the game of baseball, tried to play the game of baseball, and there was no place for me. And I don't ever want another girl to feel like there's no place for her. So it's all important. It's important that we get to play, and it's important that we remember that history and we honor it.
What's your favorite baseball memory?
That's a tough one. Um, I would have to say is probably when I was about 10. Uh, my dad handed me a $20 bill and told me I could go to the old Shively Sporting Goods in Louisville and buy my first baseball glove. And I still have that baseball glove. It's on the top of the shelf behind me. It meant everything to me, and it still does.
What's an interest outside of baseball?
Well, sports in general, I think golf is a sport that now in my 60s I can still play, so I do as often as I can. But I have a lot of interests, and many of them, most of them, connected in some form or another to sports.
What does the future of women's baseball look like to you?
To me, that future is bright. Um, Again, we've always been part of the game. It's not that oh, finally we're going to have a spot, um, but so much exciting stuff is happening. From the top, we have Kim Eng, who's now the first female general manager down in Miami. And, we have a number of young women who are hitting coaches and base coaches and consultants. And we have people in the front office. We have women in the front office of a number of Major League Baseball teams. But, Major League Baseball is that's not the end all be all for baseball. Um, Baseball is this, in my opinion, from the bottom up and not from the top down. We have a lot of girls playing Little League. We have a lot of girls playing on high school teams. And just this weekend, Baseball for All is putting on what will likely be the largest girls' national tournament that they've ever hosted in Maryland. And it's growing, but it's also exciting because the IWBC is growing. We have a new partnership with the Rockford Park District in Rockford, and we have just an amazing slate of events and projects moving forward. Um, the future is bright, but we need everyone. We need everyone to step up and join us.
This is another entry of Women in Baseball Week's Meet Our Community. If you're interested in participating, check out the description below to join us.